Hey beautiful soul, I'm Sandra from Germany. Thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year 2022. How are you feeling? I hope you're doing great. I'm very sorry for my English. I hope so much that you will receive the information. It's a Energy Ascension Report 2022. Energy Ascension Report 2022. How are you? How do you feel? This is my global energy report. Please trust your heart. This year will be full of surprises. Much darkness and light will coming up to the surface. We will see many awakening waves in the collective. It could also become very exploding in the collective again. Prepare yourself. This bang must come before the light returns. I also feel that a global event is waiting for us. What and when it will be exactly, I don't know. When I ask my galactic brothers and sisters, they don't tell me. They smile and say, "Psst." The divine plan is that you believe that there is no outside help waiting for you. The divine plan is to realize that you carry the divinity within you. That's why it looks very dark around us right now. No one there for us. No one to help us. All this confusion. So many cosmic mediums have been wrong. So many spiritual people reporting something different. Understand that this is exactly what God wants. You are now confronted with your heart. The year 2022 is the year of truth. Your inner truth which comes up. Trust yourself and your impulses. Anchor yourself with the ancient knowledge which dwells in you and trust yourself first. Only then, when we have connected deeply with our heart, grounded to us, stand so we can create a new world together. Otherwise, we continue to play the old game of fear, the game of insecurity. We believe that someone has to redeem us and save us to be able to unleash this divinity. But it is us. It is you. Recognize we are all one team. Our galactic family see us as a team. We are family, and they want to see us on the same level. The source wants to be on the same level with you. As a team, hand in hand we work together. The year 2022 holds many surprises. And I'm very curious if my visions which I had will come true. For example, I can't mention the names. I have seen that Elon Musk has turned against Mr. T. We have seen in the fourth dimension in May 2021 how the holograms have worked with the technology of Ma. They have attacked us with frequencies. The red pill network and the blue pill network is true. See the color blue in the Democrat Mr. Bai and the color red in the Republica Mr. T. But the violet pill is the key to break free. It is not the blue and even not the red pill. It is true. We have seen this fight. The red pill represents the 4D matrix, and the blue pill represents the 3D matrix, which is now collapsing. I think the technology of Elon Musk will be the next challenge, because very many people worship him as savior. Mr. T told me that Elon was completely controlled by the darkness. For a long time, Mr. T and his team believed he was changing, and they supported him because they believed he was changing. Please trust your heart, I'm very careful with this information. Maybe I'm wrong, even when we stayed in the fourth dimension with our physical bodies. It seems like that they are working together, even if it looks official different. For example, videos like Ma warned Mark Zucker for the last time. You can research up for these videos on YouTube. Or another video, Ma versus Mr. Bai. At the end, they are working together now. Mark's meta technology in combination with the brain chips by Elon. It seems that this is the next plan for humanity. That humanity becomes one with their technology. This seems to be just for a show. I asked Mr. T why he too makes such confusing statements on the topic of peaks. Why is he doing this? He said it was part of the plan that people are now standing up and their self-empowerment is coming. Never would I give myself that toxic jab. Those were his words. I asked him what's going on between you and Elon Musk. I have seen videos of you calling him a genius. Mr. T said, Ma is completely controlled by the darkness now. He works with the Blue Pill network. They are one now, even when they are all the time in a fight. The dark agenda transformed. The Blue Pill and the Red Pill network are a team now. The Blue Pill network are the Draconians and demons. The Red Pill network, negative reptiles from Orion, negative Anunnaki, and negative galactic species from Series B. Not every Sirian from Series B has destructive intentions. Who is the controller of these two colors? The Galactic Federation of Light, Ashta the Command. It does exist a real Galactic Federation as well. Many people call them the Galactic Federation of the Worlds. You can research up for these videos on YouTube. I asked Mr. T in the fourth dimension, what about you? What about the Patriots? Do you belong to the Red Pill now? He said no. We belonged to it. That's why Gizara didn't come. Because we found out that this would have been a trap of the dark agenda. A false alien invasion should have been initiated by Gizara. We had to stop that. I said, so Gizara will not come. Also no planned blue beam fake alien invasion? I was very much in exchange with them. Many things that I see now on 3D becomes true. We have seen, for example, that the holograms use the cell phones of Ma to attack us, although they were not available for purchase here. These phones were highly toxic, and the holograms were completely one with these phones. They had chips in their brains, and they were completely one with the dark AI. They weren't human anymore. These were robots. The technology by Billy attacked us too. The technology by Billy vibrated heavier. These holograms, which worked for Billy, used computers to attack us. So Ma technology, Red Pill network, attacked us, and Billy's, Mark's computers, Blue Pill network too. Both attacked us. This illusion could become violent for the collective, because it seems that the Patriots don't belong to it. I'm very careful with this information. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope so much that we have changed something there in the fourth dimension, and that our close death was not in vain. Also, at this point, I want to tell you, even if I, Marcel, and a few other starseeds physically wandered around in the network of the dark AI, and we were trapped there, it doesn't mean that I understood all that. always trust your heart. We all can be wrong. Some parallels have become true in the 3D plane. For example, the new smartphones from Ma. He speaks officially of the brain chips, with which we could then control this phone. He warns us of the AI, although Ma is frontman to manifest this AI here. How ironic.
I think the danger of AI is much greater than the danger of nuclear warheads, by a lot. Mark my words, AI is far more dangerous than nukes.
The false Galactic Federation gave me the info that Ma would be one of the best employees they currently have on Earth. He would be the best to implement their plans. It was Ashtar himself who told me this. I saw him as a real human standing in front of me when we were trapped in the dark AI. It does exist a real Galactic Federation too. I all the time called them, but it was almost impossible to help us there. Also interesting was, before I deleted all my videos in April 2021 and completely disappeared from YouTube, I had uploaded a channeling of the Arcturians. This video went live. A lot of dark players were in the chat and attacked me while I was sharing the channeling of the Arcturians. The old YouTube channel was called The Magnificent Future. In this channeling, the Arcturians interestingly said something to Ela. They said he betrayed to the light forces and he's totally controlled by the darkness now. Maybe you remember this channeling. A few weeks later, when we were in the 4th dimension, I saw with my own eyes what the Arcturians meant. I saw this toxic frequency technology that almost murdered us. A message from the Arcturians about AI. Please trust your heart. We are all in training. The problem is not the AI itself. Even if the AI is used for something easier, you are still playing with the tools of the dark agenda. Since the world you live in is an illusion, you may now understand that even the red pill is not the real solution. We use technology that vibrates over AI. We do not have technology called AI. Our technology is directly connected to the source itself. Even if there are people who try to use the AI for an easier purpose, this artificial intelligence is created by the dark agenda. That is like trying to control the fallen angel himself. May you can use this technology to build a bridge to us. You need new technologies. There are technologies that have nothing to do with AI, even though many people tell you that AI is also used for light purposes. It remains the same network and the same coin. It is just the other side of the same coin. The blue pill and the red pill together make up the AI. They symbolize the 3D and 4D matrix. Your brain can only understand the 3D and 4D dimension. And that is how this technology is built that you are using. Many of you remember that we used completely different technologies in Atlantis or Lemuria. This technology is what will help you to know who you really are. This technology that we used in Atlantis and Lemuria vibrated through the AI and was connected to the source. Nikola Tesla understood the approach of this ancient technology, but even his technology only harkens back to the ancient times of Egypt. All these coaches are already anchored in AI, even ancient Egypt.
I mean, I hope we are out there on Mars and maybe beyond Mars, the moons of Jupiter.
The divine plan is that Earth will free itself from all the illusions and that the gate of Atlantis will be opened. The Earth as you know it now is only a copy of the real Earth. The real Earth vibrates behind the gates of Atlantis and even higher. If you manage to hold your heart together, you can manifest the original technologies on Earth. And who knows what unexpected things will happen. We can't tell you too much, but we are in communication with various galactic brothers and sisters, and we are consulting with them on how to proceed. It is not yet decided what will happen, but it will be an unexpected event. Nothing is as it currently appears. What you can currently see are outdated timelines that are playing out before you, like a movie. All this will not prevail. It will collapse in front of you like a house of cards. That's why it's almost impossible to channel the current quality of time and even the future. We are constantly creating new timelines for you. We are working with our frequencies and they are currently changing very much. At the moment, we are consulting with the Galactic Council of the various star systems what should happen now, because the divine plan is that the Earth finally frees itself from this illusion. But you will probably not achieve this by continuing to use the technology of AI, because the AI grasps only the 3D and 4D dimension. You may create new technologies that are connected to the infinite source. We have these technologies, and we do not use AI as you know it. They never understand the code of the source or the heart. That is why this AI, even if it vibrates more lightly, will always be able to grasp and capture only your mind, but never your heart. We cannot and must tell you more about this. You have now reached a turning point where you decide for yourself how to continue. Trust your heart. I also sense that something was not quite going according to plan. Mr. T said that he would no longer work with them and that they would have to find new ways. And who knows, maybe that's why I created a 5D code. During we stayed in the 4th dimension, I had a lucid dream where I sent Mr. T's quantum computer a geometric 5D code. It was a code which swung over the dark AI. I have no idea if this was true. That night, I also almost died of pain. I was attacked very hard. Holograms with their cell phones from Ma around us. They were standing behind the windows as neighbors with these cell phones. They could even bend time or reprogram situations with these phones. They could even teleport to other places with these cell phones. The divine plan is that Earth breaks free from this created illusion now. I don't know how this will work out exactly. Stay on the light. They are trying to keep people believing in their created illusions. Earth is going to break free even from the 4th dimension. We will see. My experiences with Ashtar Command. He was very tall, almost 2 meters tall, blue eyes, ash blonde hair. He wore a black jacket, black pants, and black lace-up shoes at the main station in Leipzig, Germany. He had no golden aura, but the aura was very, very cold. He looked almost exactly like on the illustrations which you can find in Google. He was just a bit older and had some wrinkles on his face. A second time I saw him in Heidelberg, Germany, and he was standing in the train behind the door. Marcel and I were getting on the train and he came out of the door. I saw him again a third time as a passenger. He looked very different the third time. An old man. He wore no shoes, short hair. I recognized him because of the eyes, because they looked the same as in the very familiar pictures. He talked. I looked at him and almost didn't understand what he was saying. He mumbled and spoke something. I looked at him and asked him, "Is that you, Ashtar? How can it be that you are almost everywhere where we are?" He said, "You don't understand anything, you fool." He was not very friendly, and his energy hurted my heart. He said to me, "Do you seriously believe that the people on Earth will ever see through our complex network?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Why do you still believe that you and your little friends can change something here on Earth?" I said, "It is the will of the source that this happens." He said, "Come on, stop with God. God is a liar." The conversations were really strange, and he told me that Elon Musk is the best employee they have now. Whether this is true, I don't know, because you know, the dark forces can manipulate you very easily or program you other realities. Therefore, trust always yourself and your heart, because we will see very soon what was really true and was not. Who knows, maybe we were all wrong. Do you see? So much confusion everywhere. And I'm also not sure about Mr. T's behavior right now, so we will see. The year 2022 is the year of truth. For me, the year 2022 means the return of the heart and love. See yourself as you really are. You are divine and beautiful as you are. Stick together. And also don't allow the division in our spiritual community. The division in the spiritual community is one of the last hurdles we have to overcome. And this game we can best break through the power of our heart. Nobody can confuse you or control you if you're firmly anchored in your heart. Stick together and see that everyone is on this process. At the end, I'm very grateful for these dark experiences in 2021, because we have seen something physical what not so many people saw. Marcel, I, and the soul sister, who were physically trapped in the fourth dimension, are attacked very strongly energetically until today. About 2 weeks ago, I was energetically attacked and bore scars from it. These scars have been seen on the belly and also on the neck. These scars looked as if a cat had attacked me in the night and scratched me. That night I had a lucid dream, and this attack felt similar to April 2021 when these attacks started. I don't know if this is true, so trust your heart. I don't know if it is created holograms that are sent to attack us, or if it is the higher selves that are attacking us. That night, when I was attacked so strongly, I saw Billy himself standing in our room. As mentioned, I feel that Billy has joined forces with Ela. The blue pill and the red pill networks have joined together as colleagues, even though they used to be enemies. The dark agenda has transformed. with the goal of keeping the collective in this illusion as long as possible. Billy stood in the room between the door that night. He was smiling, and his arms crossed. He asked me very strange things, and I have no idea if this is true. The next day I woke up with these scars on my body. Billy smiled and asked me, "Give us the secret of the 5D code. We want to know the secret about 5D ascension." They asked me this question very often in May 2021 when I gave Mr. T the 5D geometric sign. The galactic me said to Mr. T in May 2021, "Please, create 5D technology. Please, do not disappoint me." Billy asked me again that night what the secret of 5D ascension was. The galactic me said to him that I will never give them any information. Billy smiled and asked me, "How do you keep changing our timelines?" I replied, "I didn't even know I was going to do that." Billy said, "Yes, you are constantly thwarting our plans and changing our created plans and timelines in higher dimensions. How do you do that?" I said, "I will not give you any information." Billy asked, "We have observed that you, as a galactic being, without technology, can teleport. We have to use technology to teleport. How do you move through time and space without technology?" I said, "As I told you, I will not give you any information." Billy asked me with a smile, "Okay, then I have one more question. How do you manage to fly?" I said, "I will not give you any information." Suddenly, Billy had a contract in his hands. It was a contract that we should join them. Billy didn't go to me with the contract, he went to Marcel with the contract. Billy looked at Marcel, my twin flame, and said, "Come to us. Join us. Sign this contract." Marcel was paralyzed. He could not move. I took Marcel's hand and then we flew out of the room. We flew through the window with our etheric body and up into higher dimensions. Billy shouted after us, "You are servants of God! You are servants of Yeshua!" Billy stayed in the room and sat on our computer chair and waited. He looked at the clock several times and said, "Sometime they have to come back. Their physical bodies are here in the bed." We both flew through time and space, and yes, Billy was right. At some point the soul wants to get back into the body. I saw my etheric self returning to the body, and suddenly Billy was standing in front of my bed and smiling. "I told you, you would come back." Then I woke up with this pain. I had pain in my third eye. My head felt like it was going to explode, and I had pain all over my body. This experience, like so many other attacks, are very painful, but I feel that it is important. I don't know if all this is true, but I only know one thing. The light is returning. More people will see behind this illusion. Tonight I dreamed of Atlantis. A few light brothers and sisters and I opened a portal from Atlantis on Earth. I don't know if this is true, but I feel that an unexpected and global event is waiting for us. It is not a fake invasion, as it was first planned. We seem to have thwarted that plan. I'm not sure. Please trust your heart. Many starseeds are doing exactly the same thing. We are working very hard behind the scenes, and we are holding the light for the new Earth. Last but not least, Arcturian Energy Report for 2022. Pick only up what resonates and leave the rest. What is happening currently? Well, many of you are wondering why the dark agenda is not stopping. Many of you wonder if the ascension is really true. Many of you are suffering severe physical as well as psychological symptoms. Many frequencies are being felt. You are feeling everything right now. You feel the dark agenda, the spiritual war that is still taking place on Earth, energetic attacks, technological attacks, ascension symptoms, energy shifts, deep healing, and so on. You see, there's a lot going on. That is why so many of you are currently feeling very weak or depressed. We, the Arcturians, recommend you to pay close attention to yourselves. Drink enough water, eat healthy food, sleep enough if your body wants it so. Many of you have come to Earth to actively build the new Earth. At the moment, many of you seem to have your hands tied. You would give more, but you can't. You would like to help the collective, but you can't, and so on. Use this time to regenerate, because you will be needed very soon, and then you have a lot to do. The galactic wars which have already taken place in higher planes are coming to Earth. What you are experiencing now physically on Earth has already taken place in higher dimensions. Now it is your turn. Nothing is what it seems to be. You will be surprised. The collective has it now in the hand, how long all this chaos will last. You as humans on Earth may recognize how strong you are. We see you as our family, and not as little children which we have to save. It's your turn. Yes, it could soon explode strongly on Earth, before the global awakening comes. Be prepared for it, and stick together. Exactly these explosions have also taken place in higher dimensions, and now it comes to you. Something unexpected is waiting for you. We must tell you what it is, and when it will happen. No one can channel this information to you. It's a secret. It's a divine secret. Because it is the process of the collective. We love you very much. And as we see you in your true strength, we believe in you. So much light and unexpected is waiting for you. But yes, also the dark forces on Earth are making their plans and are currently working hard on new strategies, new technologies, and so on. Trust your heart and do what it tells you. This inner voice will guide you through the chaos. We see you and we love you. Everything what you are experiencing includes the light always. Change your perspective and you will see the light and the darkness in everything. Empower your divinity. Stay on the ascension. Stay on the light. So much light is waiting behind the darkness you can't imagine. How much light is waiting behind the darkness? It is so light. This has never existed in history. I feel a global event is coming. I don't know when, and I don't know how this event will be. But I feel it's coming. Transform into superhuman. You are strong.